All right. Hi, YouTube. This is Shay Solstice going live again with another reading. I'm going to make sure that everyone knows off the bat that this is for the air signs, okay? That's Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay? So what I want to do is make sure that everyone knows that this is going to be just for January. I already did the 2023 predictions. That I already did. Okay, so let me just grab my blanket. I'm pretty much already set up here. Oh, let me move this little plant. I'll put this here. All right, so I hope that everyone is doing very well and doing much better. I certainly am. For those of you who don't know, my mother did pass and I did move, but I'm doing my best to get the messages out to you guys. For some reason, my YouTube has just kind of grown since I was last on here, but I want to make it known that I'm just here to deliver the message as best and as often as I can. I'm not perfect. I'm still a person. I'm just doing the best I can. So let's get a message for the air signs. So for the person who is a doctor or nurse, are you called to tend to the health and needs of others? It's time to step forward into the selfless and caring act of assisting others with health-related needs. Open your heart to give and receive compassionate assistance. And then this affirmation is easily interpret and use the signs in your surroundings. Your core is to connect with the kindness and well-being of others. And you are heart-centered and a miracle worker. So that's the calling for air signs for this month. Okay. I want to read for you guys, but who do I want to read with? Let's go with Gods and Titans, and we'll build a pyramid for you air signs, and we'll definitely come up with a prescription. Okay. First on our pyramid is travel. If you are thinking about traveling, this is giving you permission to do so, but also to give caution to planning and to actually think before you do things, okay? Planning, spending, making the arrangements, but knowing when to back out is very important. So for those of you who are traveling and did travel recently, congratulations, but it takes a lot of planning. I'm asking you to plan a little bit better for next time, okay? Next in the pyramid, death, Hades. A death to what? Organization. Some of you are going to be changing jobs. Some of you are going to be putting a death to old habits. Stop to old habits and starting new ones. I would like to know that that is a positive thing. And if it's not positive or you're not sure, that's not good enough. I'd like to see some further direction in that for you. And further, I want to see you propel forward through this metamorphosis, okay? Because death, it means you're putting it into something, and that is bringing balance, okay? That is bringing great balance to you. That's never going to hurt you to reform and recalculate, but it's certainly an investigative reporting type thing where you have to know the answer for the card to make sense, okay? So if you're putting a death to an old habit or an old job, how can you create balance in your life with that, okay? Don't just let the cards dictate your life. Some of you are in need of support or are going to be the support network. And in what way? Sacrifice. I think that your time of sacrifice is over, especially for some of you that have been the giver and the caregiver and the main go-to person for when things need to be done. You're definitely putting an end to that, okay? Air signs, I want to see you be a little more firm and give the support to others that is needed when they need it. But I don't want you to sacrifice your own well-being for that to be fruitful. Yeah, you're definitely transforming. Here we have a shape-shifting card. You're definitely transforming your outlook on life. You're transforming and transmuting a lot of expenditures and things that have cost you, but you're certainly moving forward with making sure that you are 100% in the know, knowing what you need to be doing, and doing the correct things on time. All right, air signs, let's keep going here. Guidance. You need guidance, but from where? Action. Guidance in your actions. Some of you might be seeking a tutorship, a mentorship. Some of you, if you are thinking now's the time to get a tarot reading or get a spiritual cleansing or go on that spiritual retreat. If you need to travel for some self-help or self-awareness or self-healing, now's the time to do it. Of course, January travel is very cheap in the Northern Hemisphere because it's much colder up here, right? But now is the time for self-healing, the journey to wellness, the journey to making sure that you are making sense to your own self, but don't sacrifice yourself for the well-being of others. Make sure that you're your own person first, and then give what you can, but don't sacrifice. Be that support network, but don't expend yourself, okay? As far as guidance and action, some of you are the mentor, but I want you to take the time to make sure that you're catered to spiritually, that your discipline is making sense for you, that your spiritual discipline makes sense for you. But additionally, I want you to make sure that you know you have to take action on this. You can't just make plans and get advice and not do anything with it. Make it constructive, do something with it, make it worth your while to have had that interaction and to make it something you can put to use. Okay? Protection. Please protect yourself at this time. Do not let others take advantage of you. I'm asking you once again with the energy of Anubis. That's that's this guy here. I want you to definitely know that you are in need of protection at this time. That could be shielding on your home. That could certainly be shielding in the workplace. But it also does mean being proactive and preventative, not just reactive. Okay, so there's steps that you can take. Think of all the YouTube videos you can watch here on protection and guidance, and make sure that you can know as much as possible about how to protect yourself, your household, and your family as possible. Please do not just read about it and think about it. Please actually do it. That's very important, especially with it being a turnover in the new year. Hello. We want to make sure that it is going to make sense. The protection spells, rituals, and routines and meditations that we have in place. That's 100% going to be important. It's going to be critical to your future development. Okay. I want you to be focused on your goals and what you need to be doing. Beauty. This especially speaks to the Libra. This is definitely something that you definitely always want. You want your surroundings to be beautiful. You want you to be beautiful. You want to be graceful, even when it doesn't seem to others that you are. But what I want to say is that your surroundings need to be beautiful. Your house, your presentation. If you're thinking about cutting your hair or starting a new makeup trend, clothing, right? Those things are important. But don't let it interfere with your routine. You need balance, you need strength, you need to be focused, right? But beauty is a part of that. What else do we need to be focused on? Communication. So, apart from beauty, we need to be focused on our words and how we say things. Right now is the Mercury retrograde, so we don't want to pick arguments at this time, right? Because that'll make us look guilty. Don't pick arguments, and be careful with your words. Be careful with your verbiage and how you say things. We want you to definitely make sure that you are using the right words and the right tone of voice. It's very important. Okay, someone has a question here. You need some recommendations for protection, specifically the removal of love spells, sex spells, etc. She put something on you. User, did you strap up? If you use protection, that'll be easier to remove. I also, yeah, you definitely are able to ground protect yourself since you didn't actually have interaction with this person. Okay. So since you didn't have interaction with this person, you should be totally fine. Okay. I also want you to look up Her name is Priestess Auset Amun Ra, and she's a lovely black woman with dreads. So Priestess Auset Amun Ra is a wonderful YouTuber, and she can definitely give you some helpful guidance on how to remove such a spell or any working that you're suspicious has been laid on you. Okay, we have another question. I am concerned about my security. There are two women who may go to the cops and tell them I held them for weeks in a cage, and so on. Okay, so Frank, you're asking me to pull a protection card for you. All right, let me go ahead and answer these people. Let's go ahead and Priestess, Auset, Okay, Frank, let's go ahead and first of all, I don't know why you have two women working against you. You must have said or done something really stupid to annoy them and make you a target, but let's go ahead and draw for you. Okay. You're being instructed to focus on the workplace and or getting another job. This job could relocate you. It could also make money flow easier. If it's a matter of paying these women some type of monies, that could be related to that, but something about you bringing in more income in a different way or at a different location. And that is specific to you. Okay. And I hope that resonates and makes sense. I do not do free readings. If you have an outright concern that you want me to actually answer, I have a website and I do custom readings in that manner. Okay. Let's continue here. Air signs. Let's continue here. Okay, dedication. Be dedicated and devoted to your own self and making sure that you know what obstacles are in your way. This is actually relevant to the people who just asked me questions. Know your obstacles, identify them, identify the persons who are in your vicinity. And please make sure that you are knowing all the details, know the names, know the addresses, the places. If something seems familiar, maybe Google image it and see if you have been there before. If someone's name seems familiar, maybe look them up on Google or social media and see if you've seen that name. I want you to be vigilant of your surroundings at this time. I want you to memorize details, and you should also be writing things down. If you don't have a calendar where you write down addresses and names and just random keywords that occur to you, I don't know what you're doing, but as a spiritually aware person who was watching this video, I'm assuming air signs that you do have some cognitive awareness of, with the power of journaling and the power of synchronicity and thinking and planning. Those things are very important. And I don't want you to underestimate that or water it down just because you don't feel like journaling is important, that journaling is for teenage girls. That's certainly not the case. With removing obstacles, you have to be able to identify them. And you'll need to be able to identify them in a past tense. So in the future, you're going to say, well, that looks and sounds really familiar, but I don't remember exactly what that means. Well, you're going to have written it down somewhere to remember exactly what it was that was happening. Hypnos, sleep. Pay attention to your dreams. Some of you are being attacked in your sleep. I want you to be very cautious of this, be very aware. And I need to know that you are being vigilant and protecting yourself in your sleep. Fear, like I said, lots of nightmares for you. Okay. Why are you trying to contact a person that you are afraid to put a curse on you? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. She hasn't posted in a while. Leave her alone. Let sleeping dogs lie. When you do a spell on somebody, when you do a working on somebody, like you cannot have contact with that person. She might have expired the spell herself. I don't understand. You want to contact her to tell her that you think she put a root on you? I don't understand. Don't contact this person if you're concerned that they have put a spell on you against your will. That's nonsense. Oh, not about the lover. Okay, you're talking about the lady on YouTube. Okay, Priestess Outset Ra Amen. Um, you're gonna have to put it in YouTube. I promise. It is in there. And I will make sure I put her in the link again as well. Let me finish this reading, and towards the end, what I'll do is let me grab her. Okay. So pay attention to your dreams. Be cautious. That's all I'm saying. Just be cautious, because some of you are being attacked in your sleep, and that's not what I want for you. The destroyer, exactly as I said, you want to obliterate any type of spiritual attack through the sleep. Through sleep is like someone's getting in, someone's getting to you, and I want to make sure that that is not a concern. I want to make sure as well that that is something that you are aware of, that you are able to actively defend yourself in your sleep through um, a few different exercises. It's not my place to discuss them right here in this video. I'll make different videos on them now later, but uh, astral travel, astral projection is one of those ways. Okay. We're going to discover new abilities and new objects for January, okay? We're going to discover new things about ourselves, new locations, new jobs. We're going to discover hidden powers and abilities, different devotions, different things in ourselves as air signs that we didn't know existed previously, okay? We want to 100% be active in pursuing these. These will follow us through to 2026. There's a series of planetary events that are happening for that time period that will definitely impact us all. So if you think it's crazy now, wait until 2026. Um, be confident in these new abilities. Do not doubt yourself. Know that for sure you are destined and you are supposed to be going through with these motions, with these abilities, with these new opportunities that are coming your way. Exercise a little common sense. Please keep it pushing. Pursue everything to the fullest, okay? With that, we will be controlling chaos. Chaos, I don't know where this trend started on TikTok and shit, where people are like, I summon what the fuck in the name of chaos. Who the fuck does that? Don't be that person, okay? We are going to control chaos. We are going to dismiss chaos, okay? We are going to approach chaos and we're going to conquer it, because we need organization, we need stability, we need discipline, we need to have things written down, we need categorical estimations and approximations for who, what, where, when, and how. Chaos doesn't allow for that. So you're going to conquer that. Please do so in January. That is your focus, okay? With flow. Flow of what? Okay. Some of you are called to be entrepreneurs. So we have flow with Poseidon. Then we have Prometheus, altruism. And then we have Vulcan, inventiveness. If you are thinking about starting your own business or taking your side hustle to the next level, now is the time to do so. Please make sure that you read all your paperwork, pursue it, love it. It's absolutely something that you love. If you don't have the side hustle, again, this is where we're talking about discovery. You need to find a way to make that real. I don't know if that means starting a YouTube channel. It could be just doing something fun at the flea market on the weekends. It is just something that you really enjoy. And I'd like to see you pursue this. It could end up paying you big money if you pursue it correctly. You can follow my channel or book a private reading with me to see what exactly is needed. So with wisdom, we know, of course, that knowledge is power. So there's a great amount of studying that you're being asked to do in January. Like I said, you need to be doing a lot of research on this topic of what the creative endeavor is going to be. This is followed by play. Like I said, this is going to be a fun endeavor for you. This is going to be something that you definitely very much enjoy. I also would caution that Loki is also the god of fire. So fire has the power to create and destroy. So we want to be cautious in when it's time to enjoy ourselves, but after the hard work is finished, okay? Let me continue here. Aries, the god of war. Leadership. Anger and rage. Typhon. Typhon is the god of monsters. So what we need to do is harness these and make sure that we are disciplined and know that they're there. Please do not bury these. You need these as weapons for a later time, somewhere around March, okay? I anticipate that a lot of air signs will need this energy around March. So like I said, war, leadership, and anger are 100% going to be necessary. This is the triumvirate. This is the trident that you are needing later. And I think that you're forging this weapon now with the knowledge that you're gaining. So this is something that you're going to need in the future. You don't need it in January. That's not what Spirit's telling me, but these 3 features are something that you're going to need for the future. I want you to harness these and meditate on them, and definitely think about what you need to go war against, what you need to be a leadership in, and what you need to actually be angry at and who. Do not argue with anyone at this time. You cannot do that. Please don't do that. I want to make sure that you know that it is a Mercury retrograde right now. So if you pick an argument right now, it's just going to fire back on you. I'm going to take the second right now to actually deliver a prediction. Between 2023 and 2026, there's going to be another plague. And this plague is going to be similar to that of the Spanish flu. And it's going to be similar to who else is it similar to? Polio. That's it. So the reason why this is coming to fruition is because there's a series of 3 planets that are conjuncting. They are matching up. They are lining up in the same order, and it has matched up with other plagues in the past. And like I said, this is from 2023 to 2026. Okay. I did go ahead and put the priestess I recommended for removing the root work on you, Honcho, into the comments, and I think I spelled it correctly this time, but that's one of my predictions. I've seen other psychics presume the same thing. I have been giving this delivery to everybody. It's not just to you. So our signs, we have a bit further to go, so we'll continue here. Let's see what I have here. Okay. Air signs, we of course, everyone goes through cycles, right? But this is a cycle of very uplifting energy. You're feeling very positive in January of 23. You're feeling very sexy, very renewed, very fresh. Some of you are lacking in the money and job department. Let the money come to you. Do what you love and the money will follow. It may mean having more than one job. That's reality. But it could mean having multiple jobs that make you happy and that you love. Absolutely. Love is coming in for people who do. If you're thinking about having a baby, it's absolutely coming to you. If you are feeling positive about the person you are with, they are absolutely in love with you as well. I would recommend that before you pick an argument with your lover, that you actually talk to them first before you just start getting angry. Remember, this is the Mercury retrograde. This is not the time to be popping off at the mouth. This is not the time, because you're going to regret it. It's going to cause long-term damage. Be careful with your lover or the person that you're dating. Renewal. When we have our hearts weighed on these, Osiris, with the renewal card, it's like a abrupt change. So some people are having the abrupt change now, or it already happened to them, and they are still adjusting to it in January. January of 23, if you are still adjusting to the change, that's okay. It might take you all month, but just know that it is expected, especially with some people having lost their jobs and needing new jobs. I said that already. I want to make sure that you're doing okay. I really do. We have abundance coming in. Abundance is fruitful and available to everybody who is ready to work for it, with the green man, immediately followed by Apollo, inquiry. If you need money or you're looking for money, definitely apply for that second or third job. Like I said earlier, that side hustle at the flea market or whatever it is that you're doing, that's 100% going to work out for you. I definitely want to see more people make more money. It's out there. There's opportunities everywhere. It might mean moving. It might mean working a third job. But like I said, it can be a third job that you love. Don't let a 9-to-5, one job stop you from being prosperous. It's okay to have more than one. A lot of us do, but it's very rare that someone like me can get behind a camera and do what I love and make a good living. But I have a very specialized and niche down gift, and it does impede a lot of things I want to do. For example, I don't get a lot of sleep. Those of you interested in gaining power, it's going to take you some discipline and some time. Earlier, we got the cards of war, we got the card of leadership, and we got the card of war and anger all in one. This is telling you that this Ra, okay, this power card is coming to you later. Whatever power you think you want or you think you deserve, it is coming to you later. But you are laying the foundations for it now in January, okay? Follow by perfection. You know, it's not going to be perfect at first, but it will be. And it only has to be perfect to you, not to the outward gaze. And I want to say that with this perfection card, we are constantly looking to evolve and change and appeal to others, but we don't want to be a people pleaser. If you are a use that people pleaser, use that as a weapon, use that as an external fissure that you use to manifest the things that you need, but don't make that your personality, okay? That's not what we want to do. Additionally, we have the card of ecstasy, and what is in relation to ecstasy skill? Like I said, something about this new career path or new job or new experiment, new hobby that you're doing in January that you're pursuing is very sexual. It's not sexual like take off your clothes, but it makes you feel so confident, like you can just do and be anything. And that is a very sexy place to be because sexy is an appearance, is not an appearance, it's an attitude. Sorry, that was the opposite of what I was trying to say. Um, but when we are going through this transmutation in January of 2023, air signs, we want to make sure that, you know, we are doing the groundwork. So we talked about it a lot today. In this reading, we discussed quite a bit. We talked about the new career. We talked about the second and third job. A couple of people had questions on how to remove spells and how to get in contact um, with how to avoid getting in trouble with the law, right? We want to stay busy. And we are busy. We are very busy people. I will read another affirmation card, but let me repeat the affirmation card again for the people who were not here in the beginning. And then I'll read a second one. You easily interpret and use the signs in your surroundings. Your core is connected with the kindness and well being of others, and you are heart centered and a miracle worker. Okay, let's go ahead and read another manifestation card. All right. Do you use mathematics, data, or hard facts and then make observations based on that information? Use accurate facts to uncover information and knowledge when making decisions. I said this. Do your research before arriving at a solution at any matter. And then the affirmation here is you are focused and clear. You enjoy doing the research and analyzing data in order to arrive at solutions, and you are discerning and logical. I discussed that January is going to be a very strong area of focus, study, research, writing things down, totally not being impulsive, definitely being strategic in everything that you're doing. Air signs, this is very unlike you because, we're very go with the flow. But in this situation, we definitely want to make sure that we're being studious and kind. Watch your words, do your research before you act, and make sure that everything is making sense, okay? So, air signs, that's Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I hope that this reading does make sense for you. Again, you can look at my 2023 predictions. I will be making more videos as time goes on and forward. But in the meantime, I thank you all so much for participating and watching. And I will talk to you all later. And I'll have more videos as time goes on. See you guys.